The Survivor winner tells People she considered filming season 2 of the Peacock competition series Living a Life of Luxury since there's a bed. Parvati Shallow thrived on Survivor, competing 4 times and winning Survivor Micronesia, fans versus favorites, but that doesn't mean she ever got used to life without creature comforts. Fortunately, the reality star was provided those as she competed on the Traitors season 2. Shallow, 41, tells People that filming Traitors in a castle in the Scottish Highlands felt like an indulgence compared to scavenging for her own food and shelter on Survivor. "I couldn't be more excited to be wearing clothes, different colors for different days," Shallow says in a joint interview with Big Brother's Janelle Pierzina. "More than just one old pair of underwear for 39 days. I'm so jazzed." Shallow jokingly calls filming the Traitors living a life of luxury. "There's warm showers. There's a bed. They're feeding us," she continues. "They're like, 'Would you like a sparkling water?' I'm like, 'What? I'm used to eating on the ground with my hands. This is so nice.'" Pierzina, 43, liked having her own room. "I was like, I'm just glad I have a place to sleep that's private," the Big Brother Season 12 winner says. "Privacy. I am like, you mean I don't have to walk home? I'm not being filmed 24 hours? I have privacy? Like, oh, my god." Shallow also felt excited about meeting Traitors castmate Peppermint from RuPaul's Drag Race. "I love Drag Race, so I was really pumped to see Peppermint," she says. "I was like, I hope they put someone from Drag Race on the show. I've just been grilling her for like, how do you do this? How do you know how to sew your clothes? How do you do the performance? Can I do it?" Meanwhile, Pierzina got starstruck being introduced to Traitors host Alan Cumming. "Romy and Michelle's high school reunion is one of my favorite movies," she says. "I am a total 90s girl, so that epic dance that they do is still in my mind. I'm a huge fan of Alan." Pierzina doesn't think her and Shallow's competition backgrounds necessarily lend themselves to success on the Traitors. "There's people here that are just to play the game. They don't care about the money," Pierzina says of the $250,000 grand prize. "Those are gamers. Just because we come from Big Brother, Survivor doesn't mean that we have a leg up. There's people here that just came to play, period." Shallow actually considered herself to be a little rusty going into the Traitors. "You really have to navigate all of the different relationships in the castle," she says. "And I don't really know that anyone has a leg up. Certainly, there's perceptions of all of us formed by everybody, based on what people have seen on television about who we are. But for me, it's been like 15 years since I won Survivor, and a lot has changed for me from then to now. So I'd really like to shake that." The mom of daughter Alma, 4, found Traitors to be very different than her past reality TV experience. "In Survivor, it's like you create alliances and then you keep yourself safe with your alliances," Shallow explains. "Here, it's like you can't really create alliances because you don't know who the Traitors are." Though Shallow and Pierzina had alums from their shows, Sandra Diaz Twine and Dan Giesling, joining them on the Traitors, they didn't necessarily consider them automatic allies. "Sandra and I did not get along, at all," Shallow says. Pierzina didn't want to bring her grudge with Giesling, 40, to the Traitors. "Dan's the reason I was not ever on that show again," she says of Giesling being partially responsible for her Big Brother 14 elimination. "I'm not going to bring that into this." Ultimately, Pierzina, like Shallow, welcomed the challenge of navigating a new type of reality show. "I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to do something that's completely different than I've ever done," the realtor says. "I think it's a crazy cool privilege to hang out with people and figure out how we're going to interact with each other. It's just freaking awesome."